And welcome back everyone to another Marvel Daily Snap video. I'm GemmachineEsq. Guys, I want to apologize. Yesterday I was feeling really terrible and I uploaded a video and I didn't work all that hard on it, to be honest, and it showed that it has like 10 views. And that's my fault. I felt very sick, and then I got tilted because I wasn't playing well because I was sick. And I let it show, and we try to be positive here. We try to be having fun no matter what, because it is just a game, and we're having fun playing it. And we should never let that affect ourselves. Just the combination of not feeling well and the losing got to me. But today we're feeling much better. Still sick. That's why I have the lights off, if you can see. Not feeling great, but I figured we would do something fun today. I know we played a death deck recently, but if you watched that Thor video, you knew at the end of the day we pulled She-Hulk. And She-Hulk fits amazingly into our Death Wave deck. So we've taken out Moon Girl, we've added America Chavez, we added She-Hulk, and the idea of this deck is that if you can wave on 5 with She-Hulk and Death in your hand, you can play Death, She-Hulk, America Chavez on 6, and the enemy at most can play 2 cards if they play something like Sarah, or if they have a Death as well. But they probably won't be able to play 3, and they certainly won't be able to match the power. It does run into the same power problems as the other Death decks. Is if you run into a real high roll on like a Wong deck or a Hela deck, you just have to get out of there and retreat. But for the most part, this is a really great deck. We've been killing it. We're going to switch back over. I played some warm-up games today, and you can see that we're at 72 vibranium. We climbed about 25 cubes in not many games. So this deck actually does work very well. It's a lot of fun, and we're going to enjoy it. So today, we're going to try to get 3 or 4 good games of Death Wave. We'll get that uploaded, and I just wanted to apologize again how bad that previous video was. That was terrible. I shouldn't have uploaded it knowing that it wasn't good. And so I really appreciate everyone who sticks around and likes and subscribes and comments. Speaking of comments, I wanted you guys to tell me what you guys thought about the friendly matches coming up. I come from a background of League of Legends and things like that where I love watching competitive play. And so I was thinking about when those come out, hosting a competitive tournament, and I would commentate that tournament. We could set it up in Discord so that we could have the games visible on stream, and we could do 1v1s on tournament style bracket. And I was thinking that later tournaments, if it is successful, we could have cash prizes based on people paying to get into the tournament. But the first one, I thought I would do it for free because it'd be really fun, and I would just front the $100. So winner takes all, winner takes $100, something like that. Maybe it's like 75-25, just so that the second place gets something. And doing something like that. Tell me what you think. If you'd like to interested in that, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, we pulled She-Hulk, so let's get started. Into game number 1. Death. And again, thank you for all of the support. I know I say it every video, but it really does mean the world to me in this channel. Okay. We get a Tillin, which we really like our hand, so that's a shame. We are going to play Yondu to start the death stacking. And we get rid of their rescue. That's a pretty high value card. And we have the Danger Room. I think we are going to play down our Nova and then our Carnage to get a destruction. If he plays anything in the Danger Room, it gets destroyed. It does count for our death. If we get our Bucky Barnes, maybe we throw him in the Danger Room. And oh, he also is he's playing a similar deck. I don't think Mojo World is maybe it could be. If he doesn't play a lot in there and then we wave, we can put 3 cards in there potentially at turn 6, and he wouldn't be able to match that. Okay, so he gets his Bucky Barnes here. We can still match that power, but more importantly, our death is basically ready to go. So as long as we redraw into it, and we don't, but we do get She-Hulk, and there's death. Okay, very nice. We're going to play Hood and Bucky in the Danger Room, and we're actually hoping the Danger Room procs. That would be ideal. Wave would be the best thing we could hit. because then we could play She-Hulk, Death, and America Chavez. Without that, we probably can't. Ooh, that's kind of an early. Bam. Nice. Yeah, there it is. Very cool. And we do actually hit our wave. I know he's running a similar deck, but I'm willing to snap off this, actually. First of all, he's not guaranteed to put anything in the danger room. Second of all, we get to play Hulk, Death, and America Chavez. Ooh, okay, he's playing Captain Marvel. That's kind of interesting. But that can, if that flies in the middle, it's just a tie. So do we play in Mojo World? Because that's kind of scary. Instead, would it not be... I think we have to, don't we? Well, we'll do... You know what? Let's do that, and it's a little bit risky. But I think if that is the play, because then his Captain Marvel can't really go anywhere. So as long as my death doesn't get destroyed... Oh my god! So that is just brutal because the danger room attacked all three things I put there. So we're going to keep that game because it was a fun game. But the danger room just chose violence today. I don't know what... -4. It was worth a snap, right? Raven. We're up against Raven now. And we get Tinker's Workshop, which we can't really use. We don't really want to play Carnage by itself. Draw a card. That might be helpful, because right now our hand's not great. Now it is. Now we're fine. Matter of fact, that was pretty ideal. We're going to get to play these two cards. Get to snipe his Odin. Okay. And we get the Superflow. Okay, so we can actually make pretty good use of the Superflow. So I am actually gonna let one turn go without the Superflow. I think that's fine. It's just to get a bigger Carnage mid, and then I'll be able to, Ooh, he's using his Wasp. And he gets Magneto.
Opponent snapped.
I think that's okay. And that's a pretty early snap. I can combat Magneto. So we'll see what else he gets in Luckjaw. If he pulls like another huge card, we'll probably just avoid him. But we have our wave for turn 5. We're going to be able to play the 3 cards we want. Our mid is very strong. So even if he has something like Infinite, we'd be able to beat that in Nova Roma. Jubilee is going to pull the Wasp. And we are going to play... So I'm going to snap back, and I think I'm going to play... into Tinker's Workshop. That's fine with me. So he only gets one more card. We know it's not going to be Odin. We destroyed it. I am fairly confident that wins the Superflow. Is there anything I think he could play there to beat that? Maybe he could. So maybe we don't go for a win here. Maybe we just do that. And it's Devil Dino, and I don't think that's going to be enough. So there There is just a massive victory. I could have won all 3 locations, depending where I played. But that was a good game 2 to show you guys. Alright, let's move on to game 3. It was a good match though, Raven. 8 cubes. We like to... Yeah, welcome back, guys. We just lost a normal game. It was okay. I thought about including it because it was an interesting game, but... it wasn't great, so I thought we'll try for another game 3. And we're starting off with Nidavellir, and we will throw Yondu in there just to get starting. One of the reasons I chose not to pick that last game was because I didn't draw into death, I didn't get my combo off, so it just wasn't showing what the deck could do. Alright, we will start playing Carnage here. That's fine. If we draw our Squirrel Girl, we can still hit this. There's a Black Cat. After turn 4, swap positions. Okay, so we are going to want to Deathlock that, because Sanctum Sanctorum is going to change. And it's going to change it to one of these. What does that hit? Ooh, hits death. Oh no, that's brutal. Do I put this in here just to do it? I think I do. Okay, and that's why. Now, I think he's playing a Hella deck, so he can still... potentially win this. Do I want to play... Because he's going to play Hella no matter what, right? So I think we do that. Oh, no. Well, if it hits Bucky Barnes, maybe? Ooh, okay. Interesting. So the question comes down to... if we do that and see where they land. If they land any... I think if any of them land right, I just lose. Yep, that'll do it. So that's what I was talking about in the Hella deck. I think I will show that game, actually. We don't have to show all wins, but I want to show you the weakness of the deck, too, and that is the weakness is I didn't draw into death. I couldn't get my wave combo off. I should have just retreated, because I knew Hella was coming. I knew it had the Infinite, and I knew it had death. If either of them landed here, I lost. If both landed here and then Black Cat landed here, I won. Or, you know, any combination of something landing here. But you just can't outpower that, right? It's too much. And that wasn't even a high roll from Russian God. That was pretty low roll, actually. So those are the highs and lows, and we will get one more game in. So we'll get 4 games today. As always, we'll come back at the end of the video. Show you how we did. Alright, hopefully this is game 4. Again, I think it's okay to Yondu at the start of the game. Necrotia is a little tough for us. A lot of Hella decks. A lot of Hella decks. But that's pretty good. He also has Ghost Rider and an ability to kill a card there. I think we do play Hood here. And go for maybe a Carnage. Or we could do Killmonger, of course, and then just play the Demon after it. So we still have 2 things. Because you do... more cards generally win Nidavellir because it's just an extra 5 power per card. Interesting what Lemprima. They seem to be thinking very hard about this decision. I'll be able to kill Blade too, so... we'll see. Unfortunately, there's not much room in this deck for like a Cosmo or something like that. I think it would be good if there was, but... first of all, it stops all of your cards from detonating, which isn't good. But then second of all, everything else would just kind of feel slightly out of place. Ooh, what do we get? I think... oh, I think we actually do that. We get rid of the blade there. And then we can play Demon in here. We can... and we do have enough destruction already. Oh, just don't hit death. That's not great, but we already did meet our levels, so... could have been worse. think we're gonna play Swarm out to the right. Also, I love this card. Be a variant. But we're gonna wave probably middle next turn. Well, I suppose we could wave right as well. And then if we thought we needed to, we could play both. Maybe like a She-Hulk wave mid. Oh, so it is a Dracula. How many cards does he have? He's a fairly big hand size. I think we will wave outright. And then I think we snap off this. Because he's going to have a big hand size, and he's probably expecting to be able to drop a lot of cards. To lower it down to just that Apocalypse, or maybe he has like Infinite in hand too. But, okay, he actually fills that up, which is crazy. He's really gone all in on the middle, and I think we could probably compete there if we wanted to. But he has a pretty big Apocalypse. That's going to be what? 15? Is his Apocalypse bigger than 15? Just in case, I think we do that. So it's 12. We play our Death, Ender Chavez, and I think that's just a win. And yeah, we could have won middle too, if we had played our cards mid. But we will take that 5-cuber, and I think that'll be the last game, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, I always appreciate the like and subscribe and comment, especially about the tournament that I was talking about earlier. But we're gonna cut now to the end of the video to show you how many cubes are up. We'll probably play for like an hour or so. I was thinking about playing another deck too, so we'll see. And welcome back, everyone, to the end of our video, and it's been about a couple of seconds for you guys, but it's been about 4 hours for me, and we wound up at gaining 2 cubes, and that's kind of frustrating for me personally, because at one point we were up 30 cubes, at one point we were down 20 cubes, and then we kind of just met in the middle, and we've been all over the place. The deck is very, very good. I ran into a lot of leaders and a lot of white queens, and those are by far the two of this deck's biggest weakness. If they leader, then they get your She-Hulk, your Death, and your American Chavez. There's pretty much no winning from that. If they get white queen, they can also play your Death when you get to play Death. So unless you can just outpower basically your own cards, that's the only way you're going to win that. I have seen some variants of this deck running Green Goblin and Debris to mess up their side of the board, so that way they can't just copy what you have. So that might be something to look forward to if you are running this deck. But it's a very good deck. You definitely can climb with it. Something we plan on doing tomorrow. We're probably going to run this deck back tomorrow and see how we can do. We got Psylocke in our shop. Feels bad, but another 8 hours, we can give it another try. Maybe we'll get something to play off of. Alright guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope this video was better, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate all of the likes and subscriptions and comments on these videos. They really do mean the world to this channel and to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And have a good night. Keep snapping.